All right, we're back into the third segment of the show, and I just gone, my gosh, I just got started. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about, if you want to call in, I forgot to do this. If you want to call in, you call in at locally 564-1290 or long distance 866-564-1290, or you can send emails, which we are getting some in, at clay@mediasb.com, or you can go, here's another one, you can stream in at www.claynelsonlifebalance.com /watch. And you can get right up there now, and Diego will give me the emails you send, so you can just yak up a storm if you want. Now, I've got another caller on the line. Bill, hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Well, I just find it interesting how difficult it is sometimes to do what you're talking about. Sometimes time gets in the way, other people. It gets crazy after a while.
Yeah, so are you talking to me while you're running around a track or something, or what?
No. I'm coming to a stop. No, I'm not ready.
You're coming to a stop.
Like I said, I'm running out of time.
Okay. All right, so you're the prime example of what you're saying then. It's hard to do it all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you have to prioritize what you're going to do, huh? And you have to do what you love first, take care of yourself first, and then take care of everybody else around you, and that's what you got to do. So it's all about, I realize you got to have a job because you got to have income, and then you got to take care of your health. And you have to have some sort of an accounting system so you know how to pay your bills and how to do all the other stuff. But the rest of the time, it's all about, how you can make a difference, either with yourself and your knowledge, or in the world in some way, or with another person. And that doesn't take much time. It just takes a huge commitment. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that. So it's kind of like what you're saying in a roundabout way is it's all about me.
What? No,
but not in a self-centered way.
Yeah, not in a self-centered way. It is all about you. Just think about this, though. If we could get everybody on the planet totally happy with themselves, what would that do to the planet? Or for that matter, if we got everybody happy and sent happy people to work, what would that do to the economy?
It turn it around.
Yeah, totally turn it around.
Yeah.
You understand? So, it is all about taking care of you, because when you're happy, you're present enough to be able to make the difference that you're here to make.
I hear you.
Can you hear that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, if you're talking to me on a mobile phone in a car, please be careful, okay?
I'm not driving.
All right. Anything else, my friend?
That should do it. Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, anytime. Call in here.
You bet.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, now, wow, a great call. It just sounded like he was running around the track at the same time. I'm just going, yo, who is this guy? Hopefully he's not delivering pizza somewhere. Or if he is, tell him to come here. Now, let me see. Steps for completing your year with power, plan, and prospects. So number one, okay, here you go. Number one, I'm going to give you some steps on how to play this game. You have to reclaim your power. You have to wipe the slate clean. Remember, there is no past eraser, all right? So you can't go back and relive the past. So if it doesn't work, don't do it again. If it does work, do it again. Without question, we are entering the end of the year, and that has been filled with a lot of negativity. This year has been, in the pits, okay? So let's not have another year like this. What do you think? And it's hard not to, be present to your missed goals. The fact that our 401ks have fallen way short and that our bank accounts aren't nearly as far ahead as we thought they ought to be, or your lines of credit have been whacked in half, or whatever else is going on here. But the negative is overpowering the great things we've had in our lives also. So there's a lot of good things that we've done, a lot of good things that we've had. Like I got to tell you, every time I take Hitch, my 9-month-old English bulldog, out to chase the ball, I throw a ball for him 3 or 4 times a day. And every time I'm taking him out, he's always happy. He always puts a smile on my face. He always chases the ball. He always comes back and thumps me in the leg with his 50-pound body. And he's just happy all the time. And he reminds me when I'm not happy. So that's a positive thing, okay? And I've got kids that are doing really well, all right? I've got a family that's doing really well. Nobody's died. Nobody's got cancer. We're all doing okay. We're all broke, and we're all screaming and yelling, complaining, but we're all doing okay. You got it? Think about this. If you're not screaming and yelling and complaining about something, you better take a look, see if you're still breathing, okay? That's kind of the way it is. All right, and if we want to get back to living powerfully, you have to set the tone, and it has to be set before the new year gets here. It's not a New Year's resolution. It's a way of being that you commit to. You've got to ditch all the negatives and get present to the positives. Now, think about this. Most of us live a life what I call an 80-20 way of living. 80% of your life is working pretty good, and 20% majorly sucks. Where do you think your head lives? Your head lives in the negative, in the 20%, and that 20% runs the 80. So what if we just started living from the 80 and blew off the 20? That would change everything, wouldn't it? I mean, can you get that analogy? All right? So get complete with where you've been and get present on to how great you are, and then write the plan for what you want. You know, sit down in a quiet place with your significant other and write down all the things each of you have accomplished since January 1 of this year. Right now, I've said this, I've been on this radio show for, 2 years now. I've said this several times. If you want to get straight around what you've done, write it down. You'll be amazed if you wrote down everything that you and your significant other has done this year already. You'd be amazed at the list. Absolutely amazed. See, and your mind doesn't let you think about how great you are. Your mind always tells you the stories of what you didn't get done, what didn't work, what money didn't come in, what money you did lose, what job you didn't get, quite frankly, how life doesn't play fair, okay? So you have to write down all your accomplishments, including personal, business, health, financial, recreational. You have to write down all your great communications, your increased relationships, and anything else you can think of, okay? You know, how fast you went on your Harley, or how safe you went fast on your Harley. You know, and all the radio shows you did, and like one of the things I put on my list is I had a radio show where this sign behind me fell down and hit me on the head, and I didn't even miss a word. I just kept going. So I wrote that, I put that down on my list of in some of the most difficult times. I came through like a star. You know, pretty cool, huh? Also, it's like how much weight I've lost this year. Is I actually, I've had a workout coach working with me for 5 years, and I finally figured out after 5 years I could probably do it on my own. So I let the workout coach go, and sure enough, I can do it on my own. Pretty good, huh? So not only does it save a lot of money, but it means that when I do go work out, it's not because he's down there yelling at me. It's because I'm committed to take care of myself. So it's working out good, really good. So instead of being negative, all right, you got to write down all the positive things so you can see how much value you have in the world and in your life. And that's really what I call getting present to your power. See, whatever stays in your mind, the longest you become. So let's make sure we put positive stuff in our mind, especially in our own behalf. All right, it's really hard to do because we're pretty much trained to beat ourselves up. I mean, we are our own worst enemy. And when the world is beating itself up and the economy is beating itself up and we're beating ourselves up, my gosh, our kids are looking at us like, wow, why do I want to play this game? So they go off into the room, shut the door. God knows what they're doing in there. All right. So instead of being negative, we need to get ourselves credit. We need to give ourselves credit for what we've accomplished. We need to focus our energy on the good we do and the goals we have achieved. So when we do those things and we do give ourselves that credit, we instantly create a whole new way of thinking. Now, step number 1, as I said earlier, was to reclaim your power and wipe the slate clean. All right. Step number 2 is to have a plan. A plan for what? Well, how about having a plan for you having your life work out? What do you think of that? Create a plan for what you want to accomplish moving forward and for the remaining weeks of this year and into the new year. So what is creating a plan for where you're going? Like, how can my life be better? How can my finances be better? How can my relationships be better? How can I have more fun in life instead of working all the time? How can I stop worrying? How can I exercise more? How can I see more? How can I be more for another? How can I have more fun with my kids? How can I learn to listen better? You don't have to go someplace. You don't have to call a travel agent to get your life to work. You understand? So have a plan for what? Anything you want. What do you want? So what I suggest you do is you make a list of 10 things that you want. 5 of them have to be things that you're pretty sure you can do, and 5 of them have to be things you're sure you can't do. All right, so you have 10 things on that list. And then we have to get committed, fully committed to go do all 10 of them. And you don't have to know how. That's not the game. The game is you got to be so committed that the how will show up. You got to be unstoppable, all right? You have to have Karen Weingard in your life. Boy, the chick will make you crazy. So you have to have fun with it all. You have to go forward, all right? You have to be unstoppable. You have to have a strong spirit. You have to have something to say, and you have to say it, and then you take what you get. All right, you have to get up in the morning going, yeah, this is a great day. I'm going to get it on today. You get up in the morning and go, oh, another day like this. Oh, boy, gee, what do you think you're going to get out of that day?